I'm gonna actually watch the PC game show since I did not see that earlier. I only saw parts of it. I could probably really try and watch it this time. So here it is. See what I think of it when I actually watch it for once this time. But I only saw parts of this. Because I honestly wish I saw this earlier. I'm kind of like disappointed that I didn't see this earlier, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, well, we don't know what in there, because if you haven't seen it, you don't know what to expect from it yet. Of course, a lot of people have already seen it. That's the thing. I hate watching this on the rebroadcast. I'd rather watch it the first time around. But as soon as I finish watching this, I'm probably gonna go straight to sleep so that I can go up in the morning and see Nintendo's, because I don't want to miss that one. That's kind of what happened, which is why I kind of missed this. Because, oh, I woke up at 9, why did I fall back asleep? And then just, I fall back asleep, and why the heck did I wake up around like sometime afternoon, close to 1? Because my time zone is, this started at noon. So that's the thing, I missed a bit. It's like I felt like I wanted to see it from the beginning. And I didn't want to just jump right into it in the middle of it and then have a reaction to it. That's not what I want to do. I want to react to it from the beginning. So that's what I'm doing. I know this is loading. I can just speed it up. It says little things here. Oh, let me unmute it. There we go. So now there's something about Killing Floor 2. That's a game I play a lot on my YouTube channel for seasonal events. That's where I usually am when I'm not streaming. Did I mention? Oh, I guess I'm not sure if I did mention earlier. But I'll do it again anyways. Thanks again for hosting, DevGamer. Or thanks for the auto host, Gray Fox. I don't know. I thought I already said that earlier. Yeah, the auto hosts. Thanks again for the host, and auto hosts. Just wanted to say that again, just in case I didn't say it earlier. So, alright, let's watch this press conference that I missed earlier. I can fast forward through this, cut through all this. I could try reading all this and try and answer these. Do they show you what the answer is afterwards? It says the time limit. Yeah, let's see. In Darkest Dungeon. Oh, I haven't played Darkest Dungeon yet. See, that's the thing. Like I said earlier, there are so many games I'd like to play, but I can't get around to. Because I feel like I'm just so busy on something else, I can't get around to something. Oh, it's Hag. The answer was Hag on this. As the show begins at 12. I know I can skip ahead. This is free broadcast. Like if I was actually watching this first time, I probably would be seeing all this. Which I wish I had. Which of the following choices isn't a status effect in 2016 Darkest Dungeon? Let me guess, since I have no idea. I haven't played that yet, but I've seen some people play it. Burn, Polite, Bleed. I'm probably gonna get it wrong since I don't know it. There's a higher chance I won't get it right. Status effect. I'm gonna go with Bleed. Let's see if that's the right answer. My gut is telling me Burn. Well, if it's Burn, I'm gonna do Polite. Oh, it was Burn! Wow. Should have listened to my gut on that one. Yeah, funny. It was Burn. Burn wasn't the answer. The Witcher series enjoys spending his time soaking in the tub. So, which main character in the Witcher series enjoys spending his time soaking in the tub? Geralt. I'm not sure if I said that right. God damn. Guillermo. God, I hate when I mispronounce names. I never played The Witcher. Yeah. Like I said, play so many games, you play a lot of games, there's always a lot you haven't played. Can't expect to play every single game that's ever made in the world. There's always gonna be a lot of games you haven't played. That was Geralt. But yeah, those are computer games. I see so many games I think about playing, but I can never get around to playing. Armored with a pair of swords. The Witcher 3 protagonist carries one sword of steel and one sword made of what? Mithril, gold, silver. Maybe mithril. I'll go with silver. Because it always feels like a guessing game to me, since I have no idea. Man, I should play some Witcher. Because every time I see a game, I think about playing it. I can never get a chance to play it, because there's always another game I'm playing instead. That's the problem. There's so many games. So many games, you can only play so little in your life. Silver, I did think it was silver. Wow, okay. I can't remember which one did I choose. That's funny. Doing this thing. Like, I don't have to just wait through this and try and do this. I can just easily speed right through it. I can cut through this because it's only rebroadcast. I'm choosing to read this. So, in Witcher 3 again, universe, what is the wild hunt? Spectral riders in the sky, a massive celebration, finding monsters to kill. I'm gonna go with, yeah, I guess in the chat, you literally type in these numbers in the chat. Hashtag whatever it says there. Massive celebration, finding monsters to kill, spectral riders in the sky. I have to guess because I have no idea. Of course I don't. It's like part of me wishes I'd play these games, even though I'm never able to because you're already playing a bunch of games already. Oh, it was this one. In my mind, I was like thinking similar like those two. No, it was that one. With this, World of Warcraft. What type of elves claim membership in the Horde? Another big game that I haven't played. I don't know, what the heck? Well, I'm thinking to myself. Well, so I remember back then a lot of people said World of Warcraft is like addicting. Once you play it, you're stuck in it. And it's like, don't play it on how extremely addicting it is. You won't, it's like there's no way out of it once you play it. That's how addicting I heard people say it was. I'm gonna go with Night Elves. I could always play World of Warcraft. Oh, I said it's Blood Elves, I said Night Elves. Bordering on Eliween Forest. What was the capital? Oh, it's another Warcraft game. We got capital city of the Human Empire. See, I've played a lot of Blizzard games, but I think the only Blizzard game I haven't played was World of Warcraft. I just never got around to playing it. Human Empire and the World of Warcraft. Stormwind City, Iron Forge, or Gillian City? City of the Human Empire and World of Warcraft. Ellen Forest, what was the capital city? Bordering on Ellenwood Forest. I'm gonna go with Iron Forge. But on some, oh, I feel like these two. Of course I have no idea. Oh, it was this one. I said that one. I was like, these two, this one, that's the one. It's like, why am I doing these when I'm getting questions on games I've never played? Of course, these are really popular games that I never wasn't able to play because I was already playing another game. There's lots of other games I was playing. There were a lot of random games I was playing. Like Team Fortress 2 is one of them. Team Fortress 2, I had over 2,000 hours playing Team Fortress 2. It's like, that's just it. You have to choose. Either play this game or this game. Because when you play this game, you miss out on playing this game. You play this game, you miss out on playing this game. There's just so many games. You can only play so few after there being so many. Terranier, I didn't even read this. It's in the course offered. For anyone who plays this game a whole lot, this spell-out expansion to Baldur's Gate was released in 1999. I've heard about that game a lot. Tales of the Sword Coast, Tomb of Annihilation, Dragons of Doom Mountain. Spin-off expansion to Baldur's Gate was released in 1999. I was born in 1988. So honestly, I never played it on it. I never got a chance to play on a computer until like somewhere close to 2010. No, I just never really. I played some computer games. I just never really started playing computer games until 2010. Like I played some Counter-Strike back then. Not really a whole lot. But yeah, Tales of the Sword Coast. Yeah, I never really played a whole lot of computer games back then. It was mostly like Sega for me anyway. Yeah, it was a bunch of Sega when I wanted to play a lot of Nintendo. That's how it was back then, around that time, 1999. Because I had like a Sega Genesis around that time. That's what I had. When I wanted Nintendo, I had Sega. So I kind of wanted both. Whether it was just Sonic and Sega, Sonic and Mario. People ask me, who do I like more, Sonic or Mario? I like both. It's hard to say who I like more. When I don't like to pick sides or take sides, that's how I am. I just like both. I'll just mix it up and switch off to either one. Or add my reasons to which one I go to. Yeah, I'm that way. When I don't prefer one thing over the other. Because that's how I am. One of those people who don't prefer one over the other. Well, then again, I'm probably the only person who does that. Nah. Can't be the only person in the world. It's just more common that everyone has a preference with things. Where I personally, here's my preference. I hate having a preference. That's my dislike. What I prefer is to mix things up and be versatile and diverse. Or I could say, I have no true preference. Because I don't truly prefer this over this. I'm just going with it for now, and I'll switch off and go to this. I'll go switch off. I prefer to mix it up and be diverse or versatile. That's just what I like. Even though society wants people to specialize on things. Or I just like to be adventurous and try new things, or experience new things every now and then. That's what I like to do. That's why I don't really tend to have preference. Even though it seems very unconventional to not have a preference. Or I could just say I have no true preference. That's another way of putting it. Because of course I have a preference. The fact that I don't have a preference, I like to mix things up and be diverse, is a preference when you think about it. Because saying I don't have a preference when I do is a major contradiction. That's kind of weird, but yeah, that's how it is with me. So of course there's something I prefer over the other. It's just hard to put it in words, I guess. Oops, yep, all the ice melted there. That was just something I was drinking over time. Because my mouth gets dry. So I drink something so my mouth doesn't get dry. And that's why. Like, what is it, fruit punch or something? It's like grape juice, that's what that is. Drinking grape juice. And all the ice melted. Since I came in here with this being the first thing I see when I came back in the room. Alright, it's about to start again. This rebroadcast. Let's go full screen now. I should have been in full screen this whole time. Why wasn't I in full screen? What the heck? I can't believe I wasn't in full screen this whole time. I was looking at that, and I wasn't in full screen. You guys could still see it, but you couldn't see it in full screen. Darn, I wish I was in full screen. Alright. What am I doing waiting? I could just speed this up. Here, let's speed this up. Or let's not try to skip ahead and miss some. Let's just let it finish. Because it's already close anyway. I know I could easily skip ahead. But if I try to skip ahead, we might skip too much. So just let it go through now because you're already so far close already anyway. So, yeah. Should have tried to skip ahead earlier. I was reading those questions because I wanted to try and figure those out or answer them. I wanted to try and answer those. 9 o'clock, 9:44. Honestly, I wish Square Enix was the last press conference I saw. I wish I had seen this earlier. like I said a few times already. Because I would have actually been maybe going to sleep already, trying to get ready for the next press conference. The last one for tomorrow. Unless I choose to watch Google Stadia, because I didn't see Google Stadia, and I didn't hear about what day it was on until after it was over. Oh, I didn't know it was on June 6th. There was no huge... I wasn't aware. There was no way for me to be aware of it being on June 6th. That's why I got to do so much research on knowing when what event starts. It's kind of hard to do that.
This is the
I feel
PC
like
Gaming Show.
Where's your
A
gaming
celebration
show?
of the most vibrant gaming platform.
Rare.
2 hours, you'll see all new gameplay footage, trailers, and interviews. Taking the
Interviews.
stage today are first gameplay footage for Vampire the Masquerade,
Ooh, ah.
Bloodlines 2, Borderlands 3,
Borderlands 3.
the reveal of Evil Genius 2,
Hey, Evil Genius 2.
Last Oasis,
Last
2
Oasis.
new games from Coffee Stain Studios,
Coffee Stains 2.
Griftlands,
Griftlands. Ooh,
What's next for Terraria?
Terraria.
Remnant from the Ashes,
Been a while since I played Terraria. What? Shank?
Warframe,
Warframe, yeah.
Baldur's
I haven't played that game in a long time. Ew.
3,
What's
the
that?
reveal of Unexplored 2,
Unexplored 2.
Elijo,
Really
Age
cool.
of Wonders,
It's
Planetfall,
Planetfall.
and more.
Wait, why are you
Now
showing us?
PC Gaming Show
Oh,
hosts,
and more.
P9
Okay.
and Frankie Ward.
Oh, they didn't reveal all the games there. It's like, why you reveal? Why are they revealing all the games?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
And I
to
haven't
the
even seen
PC
anything about
Gaming
them yet.
Show!
Ow!
Yeah.
My ears!
Yes!
Oh, I don't have the
We're
ears. They're
so happy you're
deformed.
here today. We have a great show for you lined up. We got 30
Wish I was
games
here
that we'll be
earlier.
Showing off 30. Some of them
Tuh.
will be updates to existing.
No, 'cause I just wanna see what there
titles.
is. I have
Others
no
will be
idea.
Exclusive.
I only saw
World
glimpses of this.
books. Y'all ready?
Tuh. Ow!
Well, I first want to thank our sponsors for helping make this event possible. Without their support, this event would not happen each year. So thank
Your
you so
partners.
much. Thanks to you for coming out. It's
Yeah,
10
you're
a.m. in
welcome.
Los Angeles. Happy Monday, everyone. Best day of the week.
If I
Hello
was
to all of you
at
up in
that
the
time,
balcony, and of course,
I
thanks
wish I
to
was.
you tuning in live from all over the internet, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome. We're happy to have you.
Tuning
My
on
name is Day9. I'm one of your hosts for this event.
at this hour.
Joining me is the fantastic Frankie Ward.
Hello. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Sean. Hello, everyone. Now, for you guys at home, for the first time, whatever platform you're watching on, we are going to be pulling your clever comments. Just remember that. I said clever comments.
If I was watching
from
this
Twitch,
live.
Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook throughout the show, making you famous on the internet, on the screen. We're going to be sharing them live. And one of the things we're especially looking for are your questions for the Borderlands 3 team, because Sean, you've got a mission to put their
So
questions
quiet. Why are
to
you
the
so
developers
quiet?
later.
I can
That's
tell
right.
on
Midway through
OBS.
this show,
It's
I'm
not
gonna be
picking it
asking
up
those
much.
questions to the creative director of Borderlands
Man.
3. Use hashtag PC Gaming Show, and we'll read them live. Until then, let's start the PC Gaming Show with our very first title from UK developer Rebellion. Several years
Quiet.
ago, they
Press
announced that they were
conference.
working on the follow-up to Evil Genius, a real-time evil layer simulator.
And now, Rebellion is ready to reveal its nefarious vision for the project. So, PC Gaming Show, who's ready to stroke a cat menacingly?
Really?
Here is the world exclusive reveal.
That
Evil
reference.
Genius 2 World Domination.
I forgot what that guy's name was. But he's from Austin Powers. That's what she was referencing. God, I can't remember what the guy's name was. Dr. Evil or something? I don't know. Can't remember. It's a huge reference to Austin Powers. That's what that was. I don't know why I said huge, but it's just a reference. It's Austin Powers. Evil geniuses. What the heck? Why does that look like a Mr. Incredible? What the frick? It's not evil. An evil version of Mr. Incredible. And they robbed Mr. Incredible just robbed the bank. What are you doing robbing gold, Mr. Incredible? Get it? On Pixar? Seriously, it looks like Mr. Incredible almost on Pixar. What the heck is this? Oh, that's a hero, right? Fighting the villains? So you have to stop a hero as you play as a villain, pretty much. Yep. Wow! Eaten by sharks. Ha ha ha! Yep, you'll see this too. World domination. Sign up for a chance to win. Close beta access. On Steam Rebellion.
The Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the successor to one of the most beloved RPGs ever. And with me to talk about it, I have Brian Mitsoda and Cara Ellison from Hardsuit Labs. Now, Brian, you were a writer on the very first game.
I know there's like Layers of Fear 2
finally get to work
already.
It means that a lot of people have very high expectations, and we have to meet those.
Well, let's take a look at whether you are going to meet them, because
Those
we are
who've
going to take a look
played
at the
it.
world's first gameplay.
Of course.
footage.
Yeah, there's something over there.
I guess I have to be the one to tell you.
Huh.
You're dead.
Ew. What the
Obviously new to this whole business.
heck? What
The
a,
truth is, most of you types won't even make it a
what
whole
a
year.
title. Stupid tick, excuse me.
We have one rule.
A million tick.
Don't break the masquerade.
Masquerade. Oh. You play as a zombie? No, you play as a zombie. What game out there, how often do you ever get a chance to play as a zombie like this?
The city.
I feel like there's not very many games
Scraps here.
that allow you to play as a zombie.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your death. Having fun yet?
Ah. Yeah, it looks like you play as oh, vampire. Sorry, not zombie, it's a vampire. What the heck am I saying? Was I paying attention earlier? You said Bloodlines 2 a while ago. Guess I didn't see that when they showed it the first time. It's a sequel to Bloodlines.
So,
Oh, it's a
what does it mean
vampire,
to be a
right.
vampire in this world?
So in the Emperor,
Says you're dead.
What it is,
You're
it's
dead, you're a
kind of dark
vampire.
version of our world,
You're dead, you're a
and
zombie.
The vampires kind of, need to
What's that,
keep their
decayed
presence
flesh?
secret
No.
from humanity. So the
It's
vampires
not a
are kind
zombie.
of, staying hidden in the shadows while also needing to feed on human beings and kind of manipulating us in order to get blood.
Ugh.
We're talking about feeding on human beings. I'm getting flashbacks to last year's show. Cara, it's not just a case, though, of sucking blood and filling up your health.
That's true.
Actually, different types of blood do different things.
That's right.
In which Bloodline do you plan will you play
So
first?
essentially,
Oh, everyone chose
vampires,
Mount Cavian.
can kind of like,
True.
see the emotional resonance of human beings,
Ruja.
like fear or desire, and then
Well,
they can,
that one got
they can
picked the
feed
most.
on those people to like feel the same things as human beings do, to feel more kind of alive. And
It's
that
like
can give you,
Quill.
like, extra boost.
Oh my
And there
god.
are some really interesting characters in
The
that
feed
show
at the
as well.
bottom
What
of
kind
the screen.
relationships are we going to be forming with them as the player?
Well, very fragile, very volatile relationships, very mature relationships. So it's
Ugh.
really a fun time.
And one thing that was really intriguing to me when I was learning about this game is you don't just get bitten and turn into Nosferatu, Dracula, or Brad Pitt. And to be honest, I think you should maybe put Brad Pitt into the game, because then I'm definitely playing it. You actually have to adjust to your
Vampire.
environment to becoming a vampire, Zara.
That's right. So essentially, in the game, when you were made as a vampire, sort of very young vampire, a lot of other vampires were made at the same time in this thing called the mass embrace. And that means that essentially they're having a less lucky time than you in
Something
the world.
race?
You're having a relatively good time compared to them, because they don't know what they're doing. They're going through vampire puberty on their own, and you might have a family, you might have, say, a wife and children, and you are morally objecting to drinking blood to survive. And so you might have a less good time, let's say, than the player is having. So you can find them throughout the world as well.
And Brian, the first game came out in 2004. You've been waiting 15 years for this. Any pressure?
Yeah, tons of pressure.
Nope.
But
Huh,
yeah,
what?
we're going to make it worth it.
Well, you know what? I think there are people around the world watching this, and of course the audience here, and they all can't wait to play this game. Can you wait, guys?
Well, maybe I'll
So I
check it
think
out.
you've convinced everyone here now.
Maybe.
When are we going to
You
be able to
never
play
know.
the game?
There's a lot of games I may check out. I never know. Never know which one.
Fantastic. And when can we learn more?
It's a lot of games. I don't know which one I
Thank
would
you so
even
much,
pick
Brian
out,
and
to be
Cara. Good
honest.
luck. Give
So
it up,
many.
guys.
It's hard to decide when there's so many.
Now,
So
have
many
you
games.
ever wanted to play Dwarf Fortress in space?
But this is all just
Starmancer
featured
is a space
stuff.
station sim from Ominux Games and Chucklefish.
This is all stuff
After a
that's
catastrophe
far
on
from
Earth,
being
humanity
close
has
to
launched
coming
a
out.
desperate attempt to find refuge among the stars. Your task is to manage a colony capable of sustaining life, crafting components, controlling colonists,
Stuff
and
that's
sending
far
out
from
colonies to
being
asteroids.
close to being coming
But
out.
when you're living in
Far
space,
from
there can be
it's
big consequences for even the
just new.
smallest mistakes. Let's take a look at the brand new gameplay for Starmancer.
Huh? What do you say? Chucklefish. Like, what's... That's funny. Weird. What the heck? I know it. Hey there, dudes. What? Ugh, I couldn't finish reading it. I couldn't finish reading it. Oh, ooh, this music. Woo! Life's so quiet. Oh, here we go. There, I just turned it up. Look at this. This is a strategy game. Oh, reminds me of Faster Than Light. Yeah. There's a game called Faster Than Light. I don't know. It just reminds me of that game for some reason. Weird. Make friends. Find it and enemies. Depends. Who are your friends and enemies? That could be anybody. Anybody could be a friend or enemy. The way I see it, from my perspective in life, just all depends on how you deal with that person, how you interact with that person will determine whether or not this person's an enemy or an ally to you. Or what are your own motives. That's how I see it. Please, Starmancer. Yep, beta access. A brand new
Our
game.
next guests both started as modders. And now,
Of course, there's so many new
they
stuff.
each independently run their own
That-
studio. Let's welcome to the stage, from
Plus,
Tripwire,
there's very
John
little
Gibson, and from Torn Banner, Steve Piggott.
Of course, there's no gameplay of some games. Because it's still new, it's in the works.
Now I understand.
That's what
both you
E3
started
is.
as modders, working
Show
independently,
future
running
stuff
your own studios.
that's
Let's
still in
talk
the
about
works.
collaboration that you
Or
started
has yet to
together.
be worked on.
Yeah,
yet.
Steve. So
For 2020.
we've known the Torn Banner guys for a long time, even giving them some advice when they were modders, going commercial, helping
It's a
them
lot
not make
more
the mistakes
stuff
that we
for
made.
next year
And
than
we've been
rather
friends,
this
and
year,
we've always
to
wanted to
be
work
honest.
together. And now we've sort of formed this independent former mod team, professional super group to get an awesome game out to fans.
Did that say Chivalry 2?
Dream partnership as well.
Chivalry,
we've always
I
been really
played
close
the
with
first
Tripwire,
Chivalry.
and we really respect their games. We see them as
Chivalry
one of the few
2.
studios that's bringing true
Wait,
innovation to the FPS
am I
genre,
thinking of
and
the
that's
right
what we're all
game?
about as well.
Well, let's take a look.
Oh,
at this
that's
upcoming
Tripwire.
collaboration between Torn Banner and Tripwire.
Yep, Tripwire. Chivalry 2. Am I talking about the right game I'm thinking about? I think I played the first game called Chivalry. Let me see if this is the right game I'm thinking about, talking about. It looks like it, so far.
You go first. It's your chicken.
Yes, it is. Ooh, the sequel. I played the first game to this. Ooh. Yeah, I like games where you're able to block. Oh! I like games where you're able to block and, like, parry, block and parry attacks and slash. It's not straight up trading hits. I love games where you can just do skill-based combat. Chivalry 2, I need to check that one out because I played the first one. Definitely coming 2020. It's still in the works. It's a brand new game. That's a little sneak peek of a new game that's in the works. Oh! Why did I find that funny for some reason?
Talk to me about Chivalry 2, Steve.
My own
Well,
dark
Chivalry
sense of
2
humor.
is about
Yeah.
bringing players to their favorite medieval movie battle scene.
Yeah, I found that funny.
Our
That's just
flagship
wrong.
game mode, Team Objective, does that by having players complete medieval objectives like sieging castles, raiding villages, and
And yeah, you're not just going and standing in an area and then a bar fills up. You're, like you said, burning houses, killing peasants, you know,
Wow. Yep.
playing as peasants, getting killed.
What was your
It's really
favorite
about letting
chivalry
the player
class?
experience
Knight,
every iconic
Vanguard,
moment
man
of the era.
at
And on top
arms,
of that, we've
archer,
this time around, we've
knight,
increased the player count scale to
Knight.
about 2.5 times what the previous game was. The 64 players.
You said knight.
And on top of that increased
Oh, a
scale,
lot of
we've
people
added
pick
horses,
knight.
which
A
really
lot of
allows
people
us to
pick
add a lot
knight.
of drama to
Yeah,
the game,
knight.
and bring experiences like the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
Don't worry, we'll ignore the last
Game
season.
of Thrones.
Just Battle of the Bastards is going to be in the game.
Okay.
All right, so I want to ask about the swordplay element to Chivalry 2. I mean, I know it's a really critical element.
Yeah, and this time around, we've completely revamped. I mean, we really view what we're doing here as bringing a true sequel in every sense.
Yeah.
We've attempted to completely revamp the combat, movement,
Right.
and animation systems so that every swing, every action of the combat feels readable and
That's
fair.
a lot of hype right
and also
there.
has the
Good job, Lisa.
satisfaction
Give yourself.
and the weight that
These
you would
people
expect when
down
two
here.
medieval knights in
Who
full
else
armor
called
clash.
off work today?
It's very, very
That's
fluid
funny.
and much more accessible
Groupborg
than
says,
previous
Pop
games.
Tarts.
You know, the pace
You
is so much
folks are
quicker
in
is what I
for some
really enjoy
truths.
when
This
I'm
is
You
good,
know, I wanted
so
to ask about the fluidity,
the guy
because in a lot of
tweeted
melee combat
all
games,
the
you hit a
stuff down
button,
here
there's
in
a
the
full
Twitter
animation
little feed
swing, and then you sort of reset, so it's kind of these
at the bottom of the
discrete chunks
screen.
times. I understand that
That's
Chivalry 2,
funny.
the swordplay operates differently than that.
Yeah, we kind of think of it like when you're swimming,
Minesweeper
where you're kind
Battle
of
Royale.
constantly using both arms
For
at the same time.
Minesweeper?
And
Yeah.
a core part of
Oh,
our
that's
focus this time
computer.
around has been making it
Yeah,
so that
PC
players
game.
can fight multiple opponents at the same time.
I play a lot of different games
Exactly,
across
because
many
that's
different
fundamentally
platforms.
part of the becoming the ultimate warrior
Where I
fantasy
have played
and
a lot.
achieving glory in
That
the
just
battlefield.
happened over time.
Well, I mean, I do have to ask, I'm talking about swordplay and
I just like
mastery,
checking
but
out everything
the
there
original
is.
Chivalry, I mean, it's kind
Just
of like
everything.
silly fun. Like, how do you balance the
Part of being
mastery with the
adventurous,
fun
you know?
element?
Yeah, our goal has always
Seeing
been to make
something
it so
new.
that players can take the game as seriously as they want to, and also
From
as silly as
any-
they want to.
any press conference.
We know that probably about half our audience plays the game drunk.
Instead of just
and we love
one
that.
preferred one.
At least half.
Yeah,
That's an important metric to track.
and the game has a huge influence from Monty Python as well. I mean, in the
Stupid,
over-the-top
why would I do that?
voiceovers and the role-playing
Ugh,
opportunities.
this is
I mean, the game is genuinely
annoying.
hilarious. As an example, you can beat a man with a chicken while quoting Shakespeare.
Like picking up a chicken as a
Yeah,
Being a man
physically
with a
clubbing
chicken
it
while
to death.
quoting
Well, that's
Shakespeare.
excellent. Well, I mean, I have to ask,
Seriously? That was
when
weird.
can people get their hands on Chivalry 2?
So Chivalry 2 is coming out
2020.
early 2020, and it's coming
just
first to
showed-
the Epic Game Store.
What? Dude,
Look forward to checking it out in early
Epic's
2020.
Game Store is
Gentlemen,
first?
John Gibson and Steve Piggott.
The first one is
Chivalry
on
2.
Steam.
Thank you so much.
All right. So,
We are just getting started here at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up
2020.
next.
Yeah, brand new stuff that come out in the future. That's what E3 is all about.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show.
Of course. I would
Coming
just
up.
expect something brand new.
Build
That's
a
too
world
much
for
near the
wildlife
future.
in Planet Zoo.
Planet Zoo.
From the creators of Darksiders, Remnant from the Ashes,
What?
Baldur's Gate 3,
Ooh.
and more trailers, interviews, and gameplay footage.
Oh, snap. That looked creepy. I know I've heard of Baldur's Gate. I can't quite remember much of it. Blops. 7,100. Blops. Lip blop. What the heck is this thing? Lama. Are you supposed to like just keep spamming the phone? What is it doing? You're just staring at a thing that says Blops. What is that, like a clicker game? Is he hacking into a clicker game? You're just standing there staring into your phone in the middle of the rain. What is wrong with you, man? What is with... What is up with that? What is up with that? Oh, why would a guy do that? Oh, snap, it's in the water. That is very... Coming 2019. What is this? Oh, so you can actually play that on the float. Let's flop out now.
That was a brand new trailer for Mosaic, a dark and atmospheric adventure game coming later this year from developer Killbyte and publisher
Which
Roll
makes you
Fury.
wonder what it's
So how are
like
you guys
once it
enjoying
gets
it so
closer.
far? There's been some swords, some space stations, vampire puberty.
Loots,
We're
yep.
listening to your
Dear
reactions
God.
to the PC Gaming Show throughout the entire broadcast, no matter what platform you're watching and ranting on, so keep them coming. Our next game is a ghost-themed multiplayer hide-and-seek game inspired by a popular mod. Charge up your proton packs and get ready for Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Oh, stupid tick. I can't stand when I do that. Well, exclusive. Alright. Uh-oh. Old Sky.
There's only you and me. When the night falls,
hello. Huh. What is this?
Darling, if you only knew, it'll make you feel better. So just tell me where are you?
Why would you do that? Oh, snap. What the heck is this? What is going on here? Holy crap, man. This is nuts. Nuts. Whoa, look at that. What? Midnight Ghost Hunt. That was weird. Hello. That looked like fun. Nice little sneak peek of a game that you're working on. Stuff from the future. That's what it is. Stuff that will only come out in the future. That's creepy. Don't do stuff like that.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Midnight Ghost Hunt is the dynamic one-man team. Creative director, programmer, designer, it's Sam Malone!
Thank you for having me.
I actually think that.
Sam,
that looks interesting
please
to me.
tell us what is going on in that.
Yeah.
What is Midnight Ghost Hunt all about?
So Midnight Ghost Hunt is a multiplayer ghost hunting hide-and-seek game. You can play either as ghosts or ghost hunters, like a 4v4 format.
I see.
The ghosts can hide inside average everyday objects around the haunted house. The goal is to look like harmless furniture, but on the inside, they're not so harmless ghosts as you saw.
Yeah, and if I'm understanding correctly, it's not about hiding as a lamp to try to assault and take out a hunter. It's actually, you would do that so that way you can keep running away and continue to hide.
Exactly. So the main objective of the ghosts is to try to stay hidden as long as they can until the time runs out, until the clock strikes midnight. Midnight being kind of the hour of the ghosts, basically. They can fight back if they like, but in general, they want to try to hide. But if there's a hunter kind of off by himself, he can quickly just hit him in the back of the head and knock him out real quick. And he has less hunters to
One last two and it's all to go through
the identity of the hunter? We've been seeing furniture flying all over the place. What are the hunters doing?
So the hunters, it kind of can be divided into two different segments. The first part of the game is kind of almost like a detective game because they're sort of trying to figure out where the ghosts are hiding because it's not really obvious at first glance. So they've got gadgets like a footprint tracker, they've got like a radar like you saw, to try to narrow down where in the haunted house these ghosts are hiding, basically. As soon as the first ghost is found, though,
it's like a multiplayer game. No?
There's ragdolls flying everywhere, and they have that cannon to really try to smash the ghosts into pieces. So those are kind of the two aspects of the ghosts.
I see. Well, talk to me a little bit about the inspiration for Midnight Ghost Hunt. I understand it's based on Gary's mod called Prop Hunt.
Right. So
really?
That's definitely a big inspiration. But the big twist for us is
it is like Prop Hunt.
You saw the furniture.
Yeah, it is.
At you,
Prop Hunt from Gary's mod.
Flying. So it kind of almost becomes like this action hide-and-seek sort of mashup. You have a reason to be a little bit afraid of the things that you're hunting. So that changes up the dynamic.
And I want to ask about when the
Have
clock
you
strikes
seen a
midnight.
ghost?
We saw the very spooky red color pop up. We didn't see.
Oh, come on. Why would people say? Are you serious? A lot of people say yes to no.
4 minutes into the
I thought a lot more people would say no than yes.
Grandfather clock chime across the map. All the lights will actually flicker out.
You gotta be kidding. How can there be more people who say yes than no? I would imagine more people would say no over yes.
So at this point, the tables have turned. The hunters are now the hunters.
That's weird how
and they just need to try to work together to
the more people say yes than no.
Which is another 4 minutes or so. Usually the ghosts win.
I've never seen a ghost before.
90% of the time,
like 90, yeah, usually because the ghosts are so overpowered at midnight. Right. The hunters are doing whatever they can to try to prevent midnight from even occurring.
I like talking about real life. Depends on how they ask that
Awesome. When
question.
can people get the chance to try out Midnight
Because in a video game, yes, I've seen ghosts a bunch of times. I've seen them in movies, in games, but in real life, no.
Discord.gg/midnightghosthunt.
Well, I guess a lot of people on the computer have seen one.
On our Discord as well
In
as
real
on our
life, I don't know.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Malone from Vaulted Sky Games.
Sounds epic. Chivalry 2 looks great. Looks good.
For
Oh, it's
our
not even
next
out yet.
title, we got Frankie
They're
up at the
working on it.
balcony,
That's
and
just
if I understand correctly,
sneak
Frankie,
peek of
this is a sequel.
a concept
You do
idea of what it looks
understand
like.
correctly, Sean, yes. It's a big sequel to a small indie game. Unexplored 2 is a procedural adventure, a roguelike that challenges you to fight, to be clever, and to solve its mysteries. Explore a beautiful world, engage with its creatures, and befriend its people. Search for magic lakes and ancient statues until you die. And die again. This is Unexplored 2.
Hey, what the? Ah! Thanks for the photo! Yeah! What's up, Sam? R182, thanks for the photo! What is this? Does it say big thirsty? Big time? It's like a ghost. I like the music. Let me turn it up so you guys can hear it just as much as I can. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Look like a little hack and slash kind of thing. Yeah, stab the enemies, and they all fall to the floor. You're welcome, yeah. Look at that, stabby. Oh snap. Ooh, uh-oh. Ooh, the wind blows. Look at that big thingy. Oh god, they're freaking singing in the background. I don't want to do that because I'd be too loud if I did that. Like sounds like an opera singer. Look at this. All the lily pads. Lily land. Ooh. Big piece coming out of the water. Yeah, get close. Just stand over his mouth for me so it can swallow you and eat you up. You stand over his mouth.
The biggest bang for your buck that you can get when building a new rig is investing in a new monitor. And here to talk about a groundbreaking new display is Samsung's Dean Dalcero. Welcome, Dean. What you got for us?
Today we're here to announce the new Samsung
Here's it, dude.
RG5 curved gaming monitor.
Well, let's take a look.
I can barely hear him. What was the... What did it say down there? Whoa! Ah! Whoa! What the 500R? Truly immersive. Really curved. God, this is loud. The loud one. This trailer. Look at that race car. Really a G-Sync. The music. Okay, you're talking about the monitors and computers. Samsung.com. Samsung?
Dean, we've seen the video, and I gotta start asking. Talk to me about some of those juicy features and specs.
So
juicy features and
240
specs.
hertz curved gaming panel. We believe it's a world first. So you have lag-free and tear-free performance. And we think that the curve, it's 1500 art radius, is going to be a very immersive experience you wouldn't get from a traditional flat panel.
And I wanted to ask a little bit about some of the color specs.
Sure, it's a 3000-to-1 contrast ratio.
Survivors.
So you get those deeper blacks, brighter whites, and hopefully you'll see your enemies first before they see you in the dark scenes.
Yeah, and I understand it also has G-Sync. I saw that flash up on the screen as well.
First G-Sync compatible monitor, so we're super excited about that.
Well, since this is the PC gaming show and we're showing off a huge variety of games, here, what are the types of games that you would expect that 240 hertz refresh rate and the G-Sync to work well with?
Sure, so we think everybody's going to appreciate the speed and the performance, but ultimately, esports first-person shooters are really going to benefit.
Right. Well, of course, I have to ask, not just when is it available, but what type of cost are we talking?
Sure. So it'll be available in mid-July for under $400 for a 27-inch panel. So it expands our gaming lineup to.
What does Samsung.com slash gaming 240?
I mean, that's the 27
I'm interested.
Wow.
Yeah, so our gaming line will be expanded to 8 models, ranging from 24 all the way up to a 49-inch dual QHD. Check out Samsung.com/gaming240 or see us in the back of the room for more info.
Yeah, that's right. For any of you in the audience, it's there. You can go there for it.
Yeah. But yeah, home.
Not for that price.
Yeah.
Well, I want to let you know that we have all sorts of great presentations and games coming up. Let's look at what's coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
What's coming up next?
Stay tuned for more announcements, trailers, and never-before-seen footage, including Gearbox answers
stuff that doesn't come into the future.
3.
Borderlands
The next
3.
game from Clay Entertainment.
Ooh,
Get ready
Clay.
to rip the galaxy a new wormhole in Valfaris. And more.
Look at that. Boosh. Boosh.
And
So
now
I'll
the
do
PC
that.
Gaming Show presents What's
Borderlands.
Next from Funcom.
The crowd laughing.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the warm applause. It's very exciting for all of us at Funcom to be here at the PC Gaming Show
Funcom.
for the very first time ever.
That's a
And
rule.
naturally, we would like to
Yeah,
show
sure.
some of the cool stuff that we've been working on. So, without further ado, here are some of the games coming for 2019.
All right.
Something strange is going
Uh-oh. Mutant Year Zero. See the beetle.
nothing until now.
Ooh. Say what? Oh, that's brutal. Of course it is. It just shot somebody. Oh, I'm burning.
Since you've been traveling, could use your skills.
Stalkers got each other's backs, right? What happens to you happens to me.
What? Johnson down each other's backs, right? Conan. What is a top-down strategy of Conan? Unconquered. You haven't conquered. It's 25. Strategy game, huh? Yep, strategy game. Oh, strategy games are well known on the computer. Oh, look at it. No! Oh! Moods of Madness. Halloween 2019. Oh, snap. Oh, this comes out Halloween Day in 2019. Moods of Madness? It's a horror game. This comes out on Halloween Day. I might, who knows, might check it out on Halloween Day. Crap, dude, that is freaky looking.
My son, off to fly among the stars.
Oh no. Funcom. Oh, it's like pretty new games.
Please welcome to the stage.
They're close to
founder
coming
and
out this
director of
year.
Mighty Kingdom, Philip Mays.
That is loud. Oh, loud clapping.
So yeah, at Funcom we've been doing our own games for over 26 years now. But recently we had the great pleasure to be working with some other very talented developers and help them publish their games. And on that note, I'd like to introduce Phil Mays.
Phil Mays.
He is founder of Mighty Kingdom, a studio out of Australia, who has been working with us on something a little different.
Thank you, Natasha. So on April 1st this year, we put out a little trailer for something called Conan Chop Chop. And
Conan Chop
considering
Chop.
the date, it was perhaps no surprise that people
Conan Chop Chop.
decided that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah,
Wow.
we have a little surprise for you. Check this out.
April Fool's joke, huh? World exclusive now. It's not out yet. RP. The rating is to be determined. RP rating pending. Of course, it's a new game. We don't have the rating on it yet. Just a little sneak peek of, or concept of what they're working on before they actually come out with it. I bet it's a 2020 game. It's definitely not real. What the? What is this? This looks too weird. Looks kind of fun actually. Yeah, it does. In 2D coding game using roguelike elements of dungeons. Well, it does. It reminds me of Don't Starve. Or, what's that dungeon game? Castle something? Ah! Conan, that looks so funny. Look at that. Chop chop. Oh, it comes out later this year. That's pretty cool.
So there you have it, Conan Chop Chop. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. It's very real, and it's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 3rd this year. It's 2019. We also have a playable version here at E3 at our demo room, so if you want to give stick figure Conan a try, then please don't hesitate to drop by.
Looks a little funny.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, clap, 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 clap.
Oasis is a nomadic survival game set in a post-apocalyptic future where the Earth has stopped rotating. The last humans need to outrun the blazing sun in massive open-world environments. Good times. But cheer up, Sunshine. This is one of the most original-looking multiplayers we've seen, with interesting ideas underneath. A player-driven economy and some truly incredible death machines. Coming to early access on Steam on July 15th, let's take a trip to the last Oasis.
Oh. The last Oasis.
The legs to lift us over the burning sands. We must move forward, or die beneath the sun.
Whoa. Why is this catapulting? Oh, the giants! Whoa! Like, what is this? Huh. No idea. Look at those! Ooh, chop chop. Ah, it's gonna crash into them. What the heck is that? Vast Oasis? Oh, Last Oasis. I see it now. Weird funky text. Comes out September 3rd. Sure, it's alright. Very neat. I guess once you actually see it. See more of it or whatever. That's all they have for it, I guess. What the heck is this? Yeah. Holy crap. Dinosaur with lasers. What the frick? No. Weird. Crap. Make your turn count. Strategy game. Oh, Planet Fall. Boons with Wonders. That's neat looking strategy game.
The name of the game is Age of Wonders Planetfall, a 4X strategy game, and joining me on the stage to talk about it is the game director, Leonard Sass, and principal gameplay developer, Tom Bird. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Thanks.
So, Leonard, just give us the gist of what Age of Wonders Planetfall is all about.
Sure. Age of Wonders is a turn-based strategy game where you play as one of the survivors of a shattered galactic empire. At the start of the game, you choose or create a faction. They include the Vanguard expeditionary forces who are in cryo sleep when everything went to hell. There's scavenging cyborgs, or the Amazon bioengineers who ride dinosaurs into battle.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask, because there's a pretty broad range
Who you gonna
of
call?
strategy
Ghost
games.
Hunters?
To give a sense of what the game is, I just want to start from the beginning of a game. What happens when you first land on the planet?
Well, each race has their own spaceship. The spaceship comes down onto the planet. The planet is where the entire game takes place. And that spaceship will then transform into your capital colony, where your entire empire begins, your sort of attempt to take over the world. Around you, you've got a number of sectors, and each of these sectors has a little story. Well, not most of them. So maybe you'll find a genetics lab, which is still full of horrible mutant creatures, an entertainment complex overrun by horrible robot monsters, a temple with holes in the sky and horrible demons who come and get you.
That sounds funny.
And I did see in the trailer dinosaurs with lasers. Correct.
Dinosaurs with lasers.
Weird.
Perfect. Well,
Cats with lasers. No, sorry, no cats with lasers.
I'm so sorry to disappoint all of you. No cats with lasers. You have to settle with dinosaurs.
Oh.
You know, I saw the expansive tech tree show up in the game briefly, and I know that growing resource tech is a huge part of strategy games. How does that function?
Right, so part of these sectors come from your origin race. They sort of represent the past of where you came from. They include new units, new modules for your units, like jetpacks for your troopers, orbital laser cannons, you can launch from space, social doctrines, it's not all about war. And then the second part of your tech tree comes from your secret technology, and that's all about the future of your faction. So you can create like a combination between man and machine or man and computers. Others include doomsday technologies that allows you to infect the entire population with alien brain-eating parasites, or win the game by splitting space-time.
I love how many details you're giving me of the horrors that await on the planet.
The future is not a pretty place.
Well, I want to ask about some of the combat that we saw, because in a lot of strategy games, the combat can be very brief. It just, you know, shows two armies pinging off each other. But I understand that the tactical layer is quite rich.
Right, so when combat starts, you'll see, like on the world map, maybe like a little sort of space lab or something like that. When you go into combat, you will zoom all the way in, and you will be inside the lab. You'll see all the pipes and all of the goops flowing around. All of your units, which you've been putting together and built, are now deployed. In turn-based combat, you can move them into cover, use their abilities, shoot laser cannons. Maybe you've chosen boss, you've got like a bunch of space dwarves in little metal suits that big holes in the ground, like shoot from the holes. Maybe you've chosen the Kirko, sort of horrible alien bug monsters. They run forwards and slash people and puke acid on them, that kind of thing.
How long do some of these battles last?
It depends. A short battle can be maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the game, you know, you've got a massive siege with like 20 units on your side, 20 units on their side. You've got orbital cannons blasting holes in the world, and that can maybe take 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Talk to us about when we can play the game.
Okay, the game is due this August 6th. It's going to be available on PC, multiple platforms, consoles, and it's available for pre-order now.
Well, lovely. Hey. What's that URL?
Pre-order now.
It's aow-planetfall.com.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's less than 2 months away. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me up on the stage.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you for sharing the horrors of the future.
Horrors of the future.
And for our next game, Frankie, I have to ask you, what year is it?
Why? The year is 1946, Sean, my dear boy. Europe lies in ruins torn apart by the satanic Plan Z. A brave band of heroes cast the fury into hell, but little do they know, the nightmare is far from over. Achtung! This is the world-exclusive reveal of the next shooter from the makers of Sniper Elite 4.
Oh, Sniper Elite 4. Yep, I know about Sniper Elite. You shoot, and that's pretty cool. It zooms in, it does X-ray on the character. It does X-rays. You know, you'll see what I'm talking about. The bullet. You see the bullet travels through the air and just, like, you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You'll see what I'm talking about. You just, you play as a sniper, basically. Of course, play as a sniper. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. So. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, shoot all those zombies. Sniper Elite 4 has zombies. Is there a flamer? We got a flamer. Oh. Ow, another flamer guy. Just like the Husk in Killing Floor 2, or Killing Floor. Yeah, the husk can kill it for. Ah, blew him up. Yeah. Blew up the husk because there's a sniper guy. Ooh. And there it is. Ooh, that's what I was talking about. See that? The X-ray thing? It shows the X-ray after you do it. I love that. Ah. That's funny and cool when that happens. Uh-oh. Over here! Start the generator. Just in time. Alright. There we go. Oh, snap. Oh, he's got one too. He just used it. Never mind. Why would you drop that? Oh, because the guy was using it before. That's why. Ah, one more. Oh, man. They're all closing in. Yeah, oh, watch it. Nope, never mind. You're okay. You run into it. Oh, it blows up. I'm blowing these guys up. Oh, snap. Oh, electric fence. They don't have the brains to not walk into the electric fence. They just keep going anyway. That's why they want to eat your brains, I guess. Huh. Hitler has an army of the dead. Oh, zombie army dead War 4? So that's completely different from what I thought it was. Hold on.
Letter to classic JRPGs. What's next for Warframe? A surreal noir adventure set before, during, and after the
I heard her say Sniper Elite 4. That was a Sniper Elite. That was Zombie War something 4. I guess I misheard what she said. Yeah, apparently. That was Zombie Army something 4. I literally thought I heard her say Sniper Elite 4. That's why I thought she said. I guess I heard wrong. No kidding.
Without reason. We are victims.
These big guys here.
Hatred that we do not understand.
Yeah.
This evil will consume our world and the countless worlds beyond.
Look at that. Ooh, oh dang.
Unless you
is this?
rise.
Ah, who's pissed? Looks like a bloat. Or what's that guy's name? On Dota 2? That's what one of the guys look like.
The source of death itself.
Yeah, some of these guys remind me of characters from Dota 2.
They are here.
Uh-oh. They're here. Ah. Uh-oh. Whoa. It's a short. Oh, no, don't. That reminds me of a character from God, what's the name of that Blizzard mobile game? The Heroes of the Storm? There's a big, large guy with a hook. That guy's swinging around a hammer thing.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Remnant from the Ashes. In that trailer, we got the chance to see so much new gameplay footage and new environments. Let's welcome the CEO of Gunfire Games, David Adams.
Huh. Oh, that's
so
pretty
David,
neat.
I want to ask right away for those who are unfamiliar with
Pudge, that's what's new. There's a character named Pudge in
a co-op action
Dota 2, and that guy with the overalls, large guy with overalls, looked like Pudge.
A huge variety of different environments. Like, what
To me,
are these
anyway.
different places? Who's the player in this story?
You don't have a
So as a
hook,
player,
though.
you're on sort of a Odyssey-like quest to save
Huh.
the world, and we really wanted to have a bunch of different cool locales that you go to just to experience.
Cool little cows to go to.
You start on Earth, but it rapidly changes very quickly as you get into the game.
And one thing that we've talked about before is that replayability is a huge focus of the game, that you could play through it 10 times and still be seeing new bosses, new monsters, new locations.
That's my interest. PC Game is so Mosaic. That's my interest. The guy who tweeted. It's a fan reaction. This guy is super happy with his game. Excited, and honestly, he's the what? Says power of PC Game. Someone says that on Twitch. Yeah. Right. Actually, it's shocking. What? They couldn't finish reading that. I was trying to read those.
Explore what all the possibilities are.
Yeah, you can play the game over and over again to see the stuff. You can jump into your friend's world to experience the content in their world, and that's a big part of the game, just jumping in and seeing what you get.
Well, I want to ask about loot, which is, I understand, a big part of the game. How does it function alongside this ever-shifting gameplay experience?
Yeah, the loot in the game is all legendary items, and it's tied into the dynamic generation. So if you fight a boss or meet an NPC or get a cool, unique side quest, it generally coincides with a cool, unique item. It might be a boss weapon or a magical item or armor. So if you play the game and you get all completely different events, you'll have different equipment than I have.
And in the trailer, I also saw that there were 3 people walking through these. You mentioned the co-op experience. How
So you're
does
fighting a
co-op
dragon.
function in the world?
So the game's full co-op
Oh,
from the beginning to the end. You can jump in at any point, and the game's definitely slower paced.
This reminds me of so many other games. This right
There's
here.
a huge advantage to bring your friends to come in there and help you take down bosses or fight off different events or just generally progress through
Like,
the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a big
I
fan
can't remember the names.
of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I'm really looking forward to Remnant.
There we go. Yeah.
What's the release
See?
date? And where can people
Dark
go for
Souls. That looks like Dark
Coming
Souls.
out August
A little
20th
bit.
on PC and Xbox and PS4. And if you pre-order the game now, you can actually get in early and start playing the game August 16th.
Well, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen,
Remnant
David
on
Adams
the
from
ashes.
Gunfire Games. Thanks so much for talking
It
to us
looked
about
like
Remnant.
Dark Souls. Yeah. He said the
And as
game
we
it looked
mentioned
like.
earlier, keep those questions coming. I will be asking on stage the creative director of Borderlands 3 everything you want to know. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, just use hashtag
Borderlands 3
PCGaming
questions.
Show. And until that time, let's talk about our next title. This one was announced 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show here. It's a game from Clay Entertainment called Griftlands. It's changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. It's now a deck-building roguelike where you don't just fight, but you also negotiate your way through a broken-down sci-fi world. It's going to be
Since
available
2
on the
years?
Epic Game Store in one short month on
Wow.
July 11th in alpha. Let's take a look at some of the footage of what you'll be playing.
How about that? Since what? They said July 11th of this year? So this has been announced since 2 years ago? Wow. And this took a really long time developing this game. He's laughing at him. Oh. Uh-oh, looks pissed. Is that gonna get you guys? Don't play nice. Oh no. Uh-oh. Hello, I'm back. Wait, what? This is like a do-over? Hey, trick stranger. I'm confused. What am I seeing here? It's like a do-over. Turn-based game. Ouch. With cards. I've seen a game just like this. Unless this is that same game. Now you're being about that time. Huh. Uh-oh. Griftlands. Alpha available July 11th. Still in the works, and now they're coming with the alpha. Like I said, it takes a long time to
Planet Zoo
develop
is the
a game.
latest game from the makers of the brilliant Planet Coaster.
Guess it depends on how long you put into it,
Jackson and
or
Lisa
who's
Bond
making
from
it.
Frontier Developments.
It looks pretty nice though,
Piers,
too.
What kind of zoo are we going to be running here?
So Planet Zoo is a new management
Yeah, it does look interesting.
It involves
I thought so too.
building and looking after a modern zoo.
They had that since 2 years ago. It's still in alpha now. Takes a long time to make a video game. Like, it took them 15 years to make Toy Story, Pixar. That's just an example of how long it takes to create something like that.
Today, for the very first time,
Creativity is not easy. That form of creativity is just not easy to make.
Well, fantastic.
Takes,
Let's buy the
it may
world's
take years,
largest
or
family pass
it depends on how long they put into it. Why it takes so long, or I guess it depends who's working on it. It's a lot of different possibilities of how you think what the reason could be for why it's been so many years. Yeah, all I know is it's just not easy to create that kind of creativity. It's a lot of form of creativity that's just hard to make. It takes depending on how long you put into it, how much you put into it, I guess. That's what I realized. So he's picking up poop. Build a habitat for your... Is this like Sims? Looks like Sims. Ah, the monkeys! Ah! Ooh, giraffe. Okay, there's a monkey again. Hello, monkey. Hello, info. What did he just... did something there. Zoo Tycoon! Oh, Planet Zoo. It looked like Tycoon. Is it Tycoon? Nope, it's not Tycoon.
Shenanigans here. I mean,
It was Planet Zoo.
adorable baby.
It does look like Tycoon.
I can't wait to play.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon. Like Zoo Tycoon.
So nowadays when you go to the
Oh, is that what it was? I don't even remember what it says now. Oh, yeah. Planet Zoo. That's what it said. That was Planet Zoo. I guess that was a pretty good guess you had there. Yeah, it's a pretty good guess.
And these ideas of the modern zoo is really what we take to heart, and we're going to be promoting, the health and the welfare of your animals as the most important thing to do. And Piers,
Bloodline 2 and Cyberpunk.
See more gameplay, and when are we going to be able to get our hands on it ourselves?
So we're obviously demoing the game all this week at E3, but most people aren't going to be able to see that. So we've recorded our presentation. Lisa's done a fantastic voiceover for it.
We are today at Planet Zoo
onto Frontier's
in beta.
YouTube channel. That goes live this Friday at 11
Still in the works.
Fantastic. I cannot wait to watch. Thank you so much for joining us, Piers and Lisa, everyone. Next up, we have a very special guest all the way from Japan.
Uh-oh. Ooh, so much from Japan. Sounds nice.
Stage, gaming industry legend and Shenmue creator, Yu Suzuki.
Yu Suzuki. What?
That is right. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the stage is a legend of Japanese game development. It's Mr. Yu Suzuki.
Yu Suzuki, huh?
Hello, everyone.
In addition to being the brains behind the following games, Hang On, Space Harrier, Outrun, Afterburner, Virtual Racing, and Virtual Fighter, Yu-san also created the Shenmue series, and he's here to talk about Shenmue 3 right now. Take it away, Yu-san.
Shenmue 3.
この場に立てて光栄です。I am so honored to be here standing on the stage.
Well, that was quiet.
それと20年支えてくれた
I could barely hear that.
I just want to say thank you to all the fans supporting me for the long 20 years. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Right? Oh, it's talking to the fans. Sorry.
The wait is nearly over.
That's right. Let's take a world exclusive look at Shenmue 3.
Shenmue 3. I can't quite remember what that is, like the name of it. What is Shenmue? Maybe I'll know once I see
I
it.
don't think your kung fu is strong enough.
Grandmaster,
Oh! I remember this. Wasn't this from Sega? This is a Sega game, isn't it?
Martial
I usually
arts are bad, but humans are interesting creatures.
I usually see this on the Sega Saturn. Oh no, Sega Dreamcast. From Sega. I usually see this from Sega. Yeah, it's from Sega. Now it's on the computer. Ouch. I remember this. Like from the Sega Dreamcast. That's the third one. Now they're bringing it to computers.
what did you say to me?
Oh.
Stop it. They threaten and extort money from shop owners, get drunk by noon, and cause trouble. Everyone in town is afraid of them.
Ooh.
They are
heartless. What was that?
Hey, wait right there.
Oh, I feel like I'm fairly late. Oh no! Oh no! Got him. Thank you. That was funny.
The Japanese guy who got in our way.
Uh-oh.
You've got some guts to barge in here on your own.
Where's the world? Oh, who could that be? Shenmue 3. So a sequel to a game that was back on the
I would like to once again
Sega
thank you
console.
so much. Thank you, Yusan, for joining us
Unless
today.
I can't remember what the sequel was on.
Everyone, thank you.
But that's usually from Sega. That's how I remember seeing it.
Now our next title is near and dear
I
to my
remember that.
childhood heart. It's based upon a game I grew up playing called Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Let's take a look at an upcoming collaboration between Coffee Stain Studios and Lava Potion.
Lava Potion. Coffee Stain presents Lava Potion. Oh. Looks like a strategy game so far. Let me turn that up for you. That's just really quiet. I can't turn it up anymore. Beasts of the land. Said something like that. Thunder. Chanting. Well, that's not chanting.
Unleashed on them all during these final hours. We'll raise and rebuild to take back what was ours.
Yeah, it looks like a strategy game. Looks pretty neat. Songs of Conquest. Yeah, that explains all the freaking singing. Classic adventure strategy. It's pretty
the
quiet
name
though.
of the game is Songs of Conquest, and here to join me in talking about it is the lead designer from Lava Potion, Carl Toftfeld. Hey, Carl.
Hi, hey, thanks.
I mean, let's just start off for anyone who maybe hasn't played the Heroes of Might and Magic series. What is Song of Conquest all about?
It's all about, well, you kind of start out with in the town that you just saw in the end of the trailer, and from there you recruit
Coffee Stain played it.
what we call our commanders, and you recruit an army, and then you kind of send off your wielders on an adventure. And they go exploring the world, they pick up resources to flag mines, and with those resources, you upgrade your town so you can get more stuff, and that's kind of what you do. Adventure and strategy combined.
Yeah, and you know, I know that part of the core loop is obviously get the resources to build up the township, but for what reason? Armies, man. Talk to me about those juicy battles.
Yeah, so the battle, just like the whole game, is turn-based. So you go into combat, you bring all your troops in, and you start by deploying them, and then all the troops have different stats, like offense and defense and health and so on. And they go in initiative order, and then you slug it out, and it's a bit like chess, but instead of like pawns and bishops, you have like Hordewans and face spirits.
Great, and griffins and so on.
Yeah, and all those things.
And well, you know, as someone who just loves the Heroes of Might and Magic series, I know that you have translated a lot of the gameplay elements into Songs of Conquest, but what are some of the modern elements that you're bringing in?
Well, there's a lot of it, but I mean, one of them is our magic system. We call it the essence. So basically, in the Songs of Conquest universe, everything has an essence within there. It's sort of like the soul. So your troops, they have an essence. And to do magic, you need to bring the troops with the right essence with your wielders.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to like make your troops go faster,
Yeah, I did miss this earlier today. Yep.
And maybe to ask
I
a
know,
basic
what
question,
the
what
heck?
if my opponent kills that cavalry?
Then you can't do the magic. So
Well, I kind of actually.
Yeah, so if you're fighting someone, you kind of have to like weigh the pros and cons and what to kill off.
Thing
You wanna
is,
destroy their magic or their powerful troops.
I can't even explain what I'm doing trying to say
And
about
as
it.
always, when's it coming out?
And late 2020.
Oh, it's quite a ways off.
It's quite a ways
Like I
off,
saw
but you can go
parts
to
of it. I just didn't see the whole thing. That's what I mean.
You can play earlier.
Well, as you know,
I actually did. This is a part 2 to what I streamed earlier. Yeah. Because this would have been a total of 8 hours. The stream. If I was still streaming from earlier, I stopped and took a break and then recontinued the stream. That's why it says 4 hours. Yeah. I wanted to see this earlier, but it's like I kind of arrived pretty late when it was starting. It's like I woke up around 9 o'clock. You missed it too. Yeah. So it's like, whoa, what's this? Oh, he said Vermintide too. Right? Yeah. Ah, Vermintide. A new threat. Like people say it's like Left 4 Dead and such. Kinda. For multiplayer. But with rats. Left 4 Dead with rats. Ooh. I woke up at 9, and I woke up around 9, and for some reason I fell back asleep. And then I woke up again, like somewhere a bit after noon, close to 1. I was like, oh shoot, no! Like, Vermintide Versus 2. There's a Versus. That's like Left 4 Dead 2. Hunters versus rats, or
You
whatever it
just
is
saw the
there.
reveal of the new
Yeah.
PvP mode coming to Vermintide 2, which turns the Warhammer Fantasy cooperative game into
So I
something
kind of
even
only
more
saw,
brutally
like, only arrived in the middle of it. I decided to stop watching it because I wanted to see it from the beginning. So, yeah, I kind of missed the first half of this, basically.
computer screen.
Yeah, I don't know which part I saw. I only saw little parts of it because I didn't really watch it, and I wanted to go back, come back and watch it again from the beginning. So here I am watching it from the beginning. Yeah, that's what happened.
Whose ultimate purpose is to terraform.
So yeah, that's why I'm watching it now. When I wish I could have watched it earlier.
Home for humanity. Courtesy of developer to Lawn Industries and publisher Raw Fury.
Yeah.
Here's a first ever look at Per Aspera.
What? First look at what?
As we all know,
Raw Fury
reaching the Red
presents
Planet was not humanity's
a
greatest
Talon Goon.
Transferring the complexity of the human mind to machines was. So they can succeed where we fail.
I keep changing
So they can build us a home
the game on OBS because I noticed at some points it gets way too quiet, at some points it gets way too loud. I'm constantly changing that. So I want you guys to be able to hear it too. If I stop talking.
Are you with us?
Are you with us?
I'm with you, Houston.
Or so you can hear me and it's not too loud, or, you know, it's loud enough so you can hear me. I mean, it's hear it. You get the point. Because it gets really quiet at some points. Per Aspera. I'm in 2020.
In the Assassin's Creed universe, our next guest sent players back in
Still
time
in the
to
works.
rewrite history. But for his debut project with indie studio Panache Digital Games, he's going to take us back 10 million years to where humanity began. Here to tell us all about ancestors is creative director and co-founder Patrice Desilets. Welcome, Patrice.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here. I've been waiting 10 years to come back on a big stage at E3 showing off a game.
Well, it's fantastic.
Ancestors of the Humankind Odyssey.
What inspired you to tell the story of human evolution?
Well, when I started Panache, I needed a game, an open world game in which you can do a lot of things. You need a character in a 3D environment at first. And I said, oh, I'm the historical guy. I'm the historical dude, so I need an historical period. So I said, oh, let's go back at the very beginning.
Evolution of mankind.
Because I won't have to
And
build
it's an
cities,
Odyssey.
I won't have to build technology,
Not
and I was
get
a
it.
bit naive.
This looks like a
we
reference
built
to movie
Africa
Odyssey
10
to
million
me.
years ago. And that's not easy to build.
It doesn't sound easy. I mean, how have you turned those themes into gameplay?
Yeah.
Well, you
We
play
missed it,
our
I
last
missed it.
common ancestor, right, of all the big apes, and then you have to explore your environment, and eventually you expand your territory, you expand your clan, because you're not playing that one badass character. You play a group of badass character. And eventually you evolve into different species, up until Lucy the Australopithecus, roughly 2 million years ago.
I imagine our ancestors had a lot more issues to deal with than we do today. There's going to be a lot more dangers in this world, so tell me a bit more about those.
Well, it's all about from a prey to a predator. Basically, at the beginning of the game, everybody's there to kill you and devour you. And basically, at the end, it's pretty much you. You're the predator, and everybody's afraid of you. And that's the idea of...
You serve prey, and now you're the predator?
So, Patrice, ultimately, what is the key to evolving your clan successfully?
Curiosity. You need to explore, because, you know, I made a game about characters, and you needed to follow the story I wrote for you. This time, you're basically
Human, gorilla, chimpanzee, human, monkey.
There's no story per se
Yeah,
inside.
people
It's
say
not
human.
about going and see mission givers.
No one
It's not
wants
about
monkeys.
looking at the mini-maps and the little
Just
dots.
humans.
It's about you, hey, Homo sapiens. Can you survive like our ancestors did? And that's the question I'm asking the players. It'll be for you to answer that
Everyone
question
says
August
human.
27th.
More than
on
a
PC
gorilla.
I was going to ask you when
Or
we can see
monkey.
it, and you answered my question first. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
getting
Patrice.
good at this.
As Patrice says, Ancestors will be released August 27th, and you can learn more at ancestorsgame.com.
Thank you.
That's funny. Like, wow, why do you want to not play a monkey? You're gonna play humans, a monkey. Yeah. What's this? Borderlands 3. Ancestors. Yep, that's what they were just talking about. Solar Ash. Pathless. Ooh, look at that. Gift, there's that gift lands. Oh, I said that right. Huh. Phantom, we're good. What the heck? Power crops. What's that nuclear throne or whatever again? That's what it looks like to me. Reminds me of it. Could be inspired. What the golf? What the golf? Chivalry 2, yeah. I want to see Chivalry 2. I played the first Chivalry game. I liked it. What will you play next? Ah, that freaking sun. My god. Yeah. Whoa, what's that? And one more thing. What the hell? Huh? Huh. Is this what I think it is? Looks like it. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I think I know what it is. Auto chest. That's from Dota. Dota 2 auto chest.
Please welcome to the
I heard about Dota. I heard about auto
Nest.
chest from Dota 2.
Auto chess has turned out to be a sensation, with hundreds of thousands, millions of
That
players
was like a mod
getting a taste
in
of it. And
Dota
here
2.
to talk about its
Auto
coming
chest.
to PC is Lauren Lee. Take it away, Lauren.
Now they made an actual game.
I'm Lauren Lee. Yeah.
Started out in Dota 2, I think.
I'm the CEO and founder of Dragon's Game. Dragon's Game is a game developer and publisher coming from China. I'm so happy to be here today on this stage to introduce our game, Auto Chess, to all of you. This is really an exciting moment for us. As the trailer says, this is a real
I don't know, it looks like it's something to do with Dota 2 the last time I saw it.
now is working with the creator of Auto Chess, Jodo Studio. We are working together to bring
You say
Auto
Dodo
Chess
Studio?
to your world,
What?
both on PC and mobile, so that
Mobile.
everyone
See?
from anywhere with any device can enjoy the same fun of Auto Chess. Now we are building the PC version with by using the game engine of Unreal Engine 4. As everyone knows, Unreal Engine is one of the best game engines of the world. With the help of Epic Games and by the power of Unreal, I believe we can finish our job quickly and efficiently. And today, I'm very glad to
You did say Dota.
the PC
MOBA.
version of Auto Chess will be coming to the Epic Games Store. I look forward.
Weird, there was something about it in Dota 2. That's an Epic Game Store?
PC later this year. Okay, thank you everyone.
I'll have to re-look up what I was thinking about.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing the
thanks.
news with us. Once again,
What's
Auto Chess,
that?
if you have not
Danny-
played, you must check
Danny-
it out. It is so fun.
Danny Phoenix,
Our
right?
next
Hey.
title with Frankie
Thanks.
up above,
How you
I
doing?
understand is an
Nice to see you
inspired
again. Unless you've been here the whole
One
time.
of the things we love about PC gaming is the way that game creators from all over the world can draw inspiration from one another's work. Chris Towers is a
reaction.
great example of
Yeah,
that.
it's a reaction
gorgeous
stream.
indie love letter to classic JRPGs developed by a team in Colombia. Chris Towers' spin on the genre brings a unique perspective that lets you see the past, present, and future on one screen at the same time. So you'll see the future change based on your decisions in real time.
Hmm.
Here's the world exclusive reveal of Chris Tales.
Chris Tales. What? Did I say that right? Chris Tales. Chris Tales. I don't know if I heard that right. I thought Auto Chess had something to do with Dota 2, like it was a mod in Dota 2 or something. Now they're bringing it to Epic Games. I'm like, what? I have to re-look up what I was talking about, cause just to be sure I'm not confused here. I don't know, weird.
Knew how it ends.
Dota 2, a MOBA.
Would you change it? Could you make the hard decisions? And would you be strong
This
enough
art
to
style.
fight?
What the heck? Kinda like the art style myself.
If you learn from the past and act in the present, you can rewrite the
What?
future.
Yeah, it's like turn-based. It said something like that. Crystals. Yeah, what's Crystals coming to 2020? Whoa. Debut demo now on Steam. Still in the works. Brand new.
PC gaming, it's not the size of your weapon, it's how you use it. And I'm holding one of the, well quite frankly, it's a bit average, isn't it? It's just your average, you know, Glock, really. No. It's one of the ridiculous alien weapons from our next game, Valfaris. A brutal, heavy metal-infused 2D action platformer inspired by true old-school classics like Contra and Turrican. Assuming the role of fearless warrior Therian, players must blast and slash their way through the doomed citadel of Valfaris, overcoming its deadly environments and enemies before challenging the arcane evil at its very heart. Get ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole. From publisher Big Sugar, this is Valfaris.
Valfaris. Like what? What is that? Big Sugar! It's a Big Sugar. What the heck is this? Look at that. Like, yeah. I'm sitting here in my chair. What's up? That's what it looked like to me. What's up? I'm sitting on my throne. Look at him blowing up everything. It's one of those shooters. What the heck? Is he headbanging? He's headbanging. Is that metal music? What the heck is this? This is funny. Back to that follow. Who's so fast? Pacific. Hold on, I'm trying to read your name. Fanatic, thanks for the follow, dude. Sorry if I can't read your name at some point. God, that game was insane out there.
Action in the Valfaris trailer.
That was really action-packed.
For our next guest,
It's a shooter.
You have not been in downtown
Thanks for the follow,
LA,
dude.
E3 is
What's
covered
your,
with Borderlands 3 art.
yep,
It's
I see
amazing,
what
it's
that
beautiful.
is.
And joining me is
I
the
knew that
amazing
was
and
a
beautiful
spark.
Paul Sage, creative
Sparks.
director of Borderlands 3.
Beautiful's a new one, thanks.
Yeah, there you go, Paul. Welcome.
Thanks.
I mean, there's been so much hype around Borderlands 3. What's the stuff you're really excited to be sharing?
There we go. There's Borderlands 3.
So, you know, we've talked about our Vault Hunters. Well, this time we get to talk about Mose, and she is our gunner Vault Hunter, so she has a big mech, so it's one of the things. All about loot. We're talking
Pacific
about, different
Fanatic.
loot, such as shields,
Thanks
grenades,
again.
and things going to different planets, so a lot of stuff to talk about.
Well, I mean, I want to start right off with Mose. Tell us everything you can.
I thought I saw the guy headbanging in that trailer. And just shooting like crazy. That last game trailer.
Multiple action skills, which means that she can equip either a minigun or a railgun or a flamethrower. You know, if you want to barbecue your enemies, something like that. Yeah, Mose is a terrifically fun character.
Now, we've been excited to be collating a whole bunch of community questions. We're going to break them into two categories. First, there's a whole bunch of questions that I want to make sure we get to right now. One of the big categories is about.
Alright, let's try to read the name real quick.
A billion guns
I should
earlier.
know.
What can you tell us about some of the other
Two Ghost Thing, right? Thanks for the follow.
Yeah,
Thanks
so,
to Ghost
let's talk about
Thing.
grenades, like one of my favorite
Yeah,
things
sometimes I see the screen names, or
So
sometimes I
the
don't
passive
see the
grenades, they
time.
have, like one thing they can bounce,
Yeah,
they can
sometimes I
stick
have
to
trouble
different
reading the
things,
screen names on
This
screen.
time we're combining like all
Thanks
of those
again.
things. So for instance, the other day I was playing,
Dang
I
it.
threw a
Yes.
grenade and that
Thanks
grenade
again
had a
to
bounce,
Gosling
it would stick,
for the
an
follow.
explosion would come out, and the grenade would fire guns as it was going through.
Beastmaster.
Right? So we have like a ton of different grenades.
Which Borderlands
that are in
3
there.
Vault Hunter are you? Flack the Beastmaster. Uh-oh, what just happened?
Shield where if you duck, that shield will
I guess that happened in real time.
So interesting. Tons of
They
different
want
things
Flack
that
the
we have
Beastmaster.
with our characters.
A lot of people.
Class mods are unique.
Yeah, this happened in real time. Glitching out.
Skills you currently have.
Yep, loot's above my head.
About artifacts. What are those?
So artifacts are, we kind of concentrated on like, hey, does the game
Thanks
feel
again,
fluid? Can I
Gosling.
slide into things? Can I jump? Can I mantle? Right. So when we were playing with that, we slid into a barrel, right? And the barrel exploded, and we're like,
look at that.
well, that's kind of fun. Yeah. So why don't we do something like that? So our artifacts actually add certain things to movement. So for instance, you can slide faster. You can slide, and every time you slide, there's an explosion. We have something we call.
Whoa, what's going on? That really happens live?
Second category of questions unrelated to category.
I didn't see this live.
To loot. Well,
I missed it. I only saw parts of it because I arrived too late and I wanted to just stop and watch it from the beginning. That's why I'm watching it now.
All right, in-game content. Okay, well, it's E3, so I give a little bit. So we have this thing what we call the
God dang it, they're talking about Borderlands 3 and the kind of glitched out there.
You can get, it's basically kind of an infinite progression system that added to your stats. Yeah. We doubled down on that. We have what we call Guardian Rank. And Guardian Rank not only has that infinite progression, but it has skills in different skins that you can open up as you go through.
Is there a dog
and the cool
in
thing about that is like every character that you play on that account gets the benefits of Guardian Rank.
Let someone send these tweets. This piece of games has been a great showcase so far. Lots of games I've never heard of that look very interesting.
Compare to Borderlands 1 and 2.
Yeah, they do look interesting.
How do you build upon that?
Right, so I think of a boss fight,
getting old. I really enjoyed the piece of game and show more. I couldn't finish reading that. That's a Untitled Goose Game in my life. Untitled Goose Game?
Instead of Vault.
What? These games look super cool. There's a fan reactions.
That are just, multi-phase
some of those tweets down there.
We have like a lot of different mini bosses throughout the game. So a lot of different boss encounters throughout the game.
Yeah, I play computer games. Sure I do. Play a lot of different games from different platforms, not just computer games.
Multiplayer, we will basically be allowing anybody to jump in at any time. So
awesome. From MHL Animations, can I pet the gun? Great question.
Look at that.
I'm not here to judge what you do with your gun.
Pet the gun? Why would you want to pet your gun?
All right, great.
That was
Sam
random.
Wiseman asks, is Maya's new companion a siren?
People are asking the right questions. That's what I will say about
All right, from Ironic Sanguine says, is Tiny Tina going to be seen fighting alongside
Follow.
Yes.
Listen to that. Well,
I'm just going to blast through a couple more as fast as I possibly can. What's the level cap at launch?
50.
Was it?
Will we get to see Flack?
God, you mad, bro? Thanks for the follow, dude.
Yes.
Will we see golden keys and or shift codes for Borderlands 3?
Absolutely.
Will there be duels?
I gotta check before I start doing that.
Other kinds of PvP.
Thanks again, you mad, bro. No, I'm not mad. Are you mad? Because you just asked.
Also maybe.
Again? What the heck? All of you guys. What the heck?
Absolutely, right from the start.
Perfect. And when is the damn game coming out?
Friday the 13th, 2019, September 13th.
Thanks for that follow. Did you hear? We said Friday the 13th.
.com for more information. Thanks so much
the
for
game
joining me on
comes out
stage.
Friday the 13th? Not again.
Once again, if you have not seen all the setups in downtown Borderlands, it's beautiful. Our next game, we're going to be revisiting again
Thanks to that follow. Seriously, thanks to all that just followed.
What you got?
Trying to read all your names, it just came up so fast. A shark.
Oh, hi, we're live. Sorry. Hello, I was just, I was actually testing out my outfit for this.
Another one?
I don't know what
You're on a prank already.
Really sharp, as always.
Very sharp. Well, thank you so much. John Gibson, president of Tripwire, thank you for joining us again on the show. Very busy man. Yes. Now, last year, we revealed Man-Eater to the world.
I wish I knew before at the end. Sorry about that.
Absolutely. Man-Eater is an open-world action RPG, or shark RPG,
Thanks for the follow.
You start as a small baby shark pup, and you have to survive in this harsh world and try to pitch your way to the top of the ecosystem. There are 3 words that we think sum the game up the best: eat, explore, and evolve. And we also have
thanks for the follow.
Well, let's meet him then. Let's take a
That's
look at
everyone.
the trailer.
Thanks to all who followed. It is you, man, bro. Yeah, thank you guys who followed. Yeah, wish I knew your names ahead of time, but yeah, the second that happened, it's like, yeah, you saw. My alert. Yeah, they're messing with me. It just came up. Everybody follows! Oh, I can't follow! Yeah, you mad, bro. Oh. What the? No, you didn't. That was someone else. What the heck is this? A shark game. Big thanks for the follow. Nerd locked it. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, you two.
Come any closer with that camera, we two gonna tussle.
What the heck? The frickin' shark would start attacking and eating everybody. You saw that. Okay. It's a man-eater. Ah! The shark was eaten. Oh no, bird was eaten by a shark. That trailer looked crazy.
Fisherman in the trailer, because quite frankly, not even I would eat him.
That was Scaly Pete, and Scaly Pete's the villain in this tale. Pete is a best fisherman in the Gulf, the best shark fisherman, or he'll tell you he's the best shark fisherman. And,
okay, what the heck,
he
dude?
disfigures our baby shark at the beginning of the game and does some really nasty things, so he's not a very nice guy. And now the story of Maneater is told
Who says stuff like
through the
that in
lens
chat?
of a reality show called Shark Hunters versus Maneaters. And it follows Pete and
I don't have a
the player
response
shark
to that.
on its adventures. And, you know, it's
Have
a
to
really,
request the shark.
it's a very exciting way,
Respect the shark.
And based on
Everyone in the chat was spamming F. I remember this moment. It was one of the parts I kind of saw.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of
When I
man-eating
came
going
in
on in this
earlier.
game. That is the name of the game. And, but we like to think of the game as a shark-tastic fun action game. It's like GTA if you were a shark. But there's...
Yeah.
If there is more to the game than
GTA
just
shark.
eating, so we spent
That's
a
a
lot of
good
time
way of putting it. That sounds funny.
branching out and adding abilities to go up on the beach.
I don't know.
So there's a lot of exciting things that you can do in the game.
And you mentioned before the shark really has that progression.
Stereo subset. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for that follow. I was trying to read the name that time. Thanks.
So growth
Stereo
comes
subset.
about through eating things.
All that time I'm doing that, I don't see the name in time.
And that's kind of like your XP in the game. That allows you to level up. Your shark will grow a little bit. You'll get more powerful. And then at
There's
key
no one
phases
behind me.
that we call
Trying
life
to
phases,
spook me?
you'll make a big jump. So
There's no one
let's say
behind
you're
me.
a brooding teenage shark, and you're about to become an adult. When you become an adult, you take a big leap in size, a big leap in power.
Oh, I see who that's typing that. You guys in the frickin'...
You unlock evolutions.
My god, you guys are just...
For example, you could get metallic teeth that allow you to shred boats.
Thanks again for the
Jump to
follow.
incredible heights. Or you could get mutated
Time
lungs
for
that
what?
allow you to spend a little more time on the beach.
Thanks for the follow, dude.
Just really quickly, John, everyone's wanting to know this question. When's it coming out?
Oh.
So we're really hard.
No, that's fine. I've had YouTube. Everyone would probably wonder with that kind of question. Nothing wrong at all. I was born this way. Yes,
For the
E3.
next PC gaming show.
Well, I
Echo the dolphin, but as a shark. Yeah, I know, right?
Start biting people.
Exactly.
In fact, I'm quite hungry at the moment, so I think
But he said GTA, but with a
See you
shark.
in a bit. I'm just going to have a snack. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
No, there's nothing wrong with asking. I was born this way. It's called Treacher Collins syndrome. It's like a, like a genetic disorder, mutation basically. Yeah, it's very rare. That's all it is. No worries. No problem. Nothing to be ashamed of. No, there's nothing wrong with asking. I'm sure lots of people wonder. It's not every day you see someone who has something like this. Like I said, it's very rare.
You know, one of the absolute best
you can look
parts
it up.
about
It's
being
called Treacher
sponsored by
Collins syndrome.
iWin for the PC gaming shows that
It's
I get to
perfectly
sit
fine.
this
No
next
problem.
segment and talk to you
Yeah.
about
I know he's
Terraria.
not being mean. It's
Terraria is
fine.
one of the best-selling PC games of all time,
Yeah.
selling almost 30
Yeah,
million
yeah, thanks.
copies. And part of the reason why it's maintained such popularity is the fact
It's
that the
genetic.
developers Relogic continue to add
A mutation. That's what I was born with.
250 items at release to now
Just how I look. It's different. Everyone looks different.
expansion coming up. Terraria.
Did I say that right? Invader? Thanks for that follow, Invader. Did I say that right? Invader, yes, Invader. Ah, the way you type your name out. Thanks for the follow. Can I just watch this, please? Ah! What the heck? What? You already followed. Who just followed? What's that? I can't find you. You Loon? I can't read that. Sorry, dude, but thanks for the follow. God damn it. Me and my own eyes. Ah, funny. You still know I'm saying thank you for the follow too, though. It's so rude to you. Just ignore that. Yes, I know. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, dude. See you later. God, all these freaking follows. Yeah, thanks. What the heck? I think the game stopped. Nope, stream. That was Terraria. Woo, thanks again for the follow.
The next title that we're going to be looking at
is that right?
is a
Yeah,
game that is the spiritual successor to her story.
All these follows.
It's called
Jeez,
Telling
guys,
Lies by
thanks.
Annapurna Interactive, and joining me
Thanks
to talk
a
about
lot.
it is game director Sam
Kind of hard to
Barlow
interact with the
and
chat and
actor-producer
trying to
Logan
react
Marshall
to
Green. Welcome,
a
gentlemen.
stream here. But thanks again a lot, really. Then again, that's my fault. That's my fault with having an alert like that. An alert that can be so distracting when you're trying to have a reaction here. Thanks for that follow! I wish I could say the name the second I say thanks for the follow, but I don't know the name in time the second the alert pops up. I hate when I do that, but yeah, let's do
Something has gone terribly wrong. It's up to you to figure out.
God, some of these names are hard to pronounce. I'm so sorry if I don't pronounce your name, but thank you so much for that follow. All of you guys who've been following. You guys are following like crazy. Thank you again, seriously. Thank you again for the follows from all of you, seriously. You're just popping up so crazy I can't read all your names in time. Thanks to that follow! I don't know how many times I'm gonna do that. Handsome Jude, thanks for the follow. Some of your names are hard to read. Oh, you just now followed. Thanks again. What kind of game you play? I'll answer that in a bit. Thanks for that follow. I already said thanks to you. That was Stone. I see Stone. That's a big number. You're the one who sent that follow. Seriously, honestly, thank you a lot. All those who followed, thank you a lot. Seriously. Wish I could say all your names. I think I've ever seen this part when I came in and saw this earlier, but stopped and wanted to see it from the beginning. This is like some game where I'm not exactly sure what this kind of game is. I forgot. Like, you're trying to find out something. I think from what I remember seeing this. Because I didn't actually see this all the way through. Telling Lies, that's what it's called. I see. Yeah, so I remember seeing a little bit of this. What kind of games do I play? That always seems like a hard question for me to answer. Lots of games. Like, I don't know where to begin. I play games on computer, console, handheld, variety. I play a variety of different games. Like, I could talk about one, but then I could talk about so many, to be honest. Yeah, I even have a YouTube channel where I kind of, that's one of the reasons why I have a YouTube channel, so I can get to all the games I wish I've gotten to, that I'm using the YouTube channel to kind of help me get to those games and check them out and, well, hard to put into words what I'm saying. My iteration on YouTube is, like, I do things with seasonal events, and I do some reaction videos, kind of like what you see me doing right now. But this is a live reaction stream, where I usually just do reaction videos over something. But I'm doing it over E3 this time. Yeah, lots of stuff. Like, I play hero shooters. I used to play MOBAs a lot. I still kind of play them, I just don't play as much as I used to. Like, I play a lot of different MOBAs. I play Dota 2, League of Legends, Smite, I love Mythology. There's Heroes of Storm. See, I play a lot of different MOBAs. I like to just play a lot of variety of games of different genres. It's hard for me to summarize everything I just said in one word. But, like, there's Super Smash Bros., which I'm still trying to get to. I've been editing a lot of videos lately and trying to upload I have so many videos I've been editing and uploading lately that I haven't been able to find the time to go play some more Smash Bros. And upload videos over that game, but I'm still trying to do that. Yeah. That's so what, Thunder?
You know, it's got a lot of scope.
I can't say that's never happened before, but yeah, you could say that. That kind of thing happens, but yeah, I don't know how to respond to that, but yeah, that happens. Thanks again for the follow. Who sent that? Jay the Gamer. And what's that? Ben is now following. Thanks for the follow, dude. Oh, you just now followed. Sorry, Rip. I keep reading the one ahead of time. You guys are following like crazy. Seriously, thank you again. My gosh, how many of you guys are there coming in? Like crazy. Dude,
well, Sam Logan, thanks so much for
I want to say thanks to all of you. You guys keep coming in too fast. I can't read all of you guys following.
Now, up on the balcony,
what's that? Bendable plant? Thank you. Bog boards. Okay, sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you.
One of my favorite parts of
Stereo headset. You followed, right? Trying to read all you guys. Thanks again.
And here with the latest look at the next expansion to the universe, it's Space Mom Rebecca Ford. So, chat.
Thank you for the follow to everybody who followed.
What are we about to see?
God, you guys are going too fast. I can't keep up with reading all these names. Follow. Oh, look, Warframe's up now. Warframe. Seriously, thanks again for the follow. You already know I'm gonna say thank you to follow because I can't even mention all the names anymore. You guys are coming in too fast for me to read the names. Man, keep up. Thanks. Yeah, it's a reaction stream. I'm so focused on the chat while you guys right now. Whoa, look at this. I haven't played Warframe in a while. I've played it a few times. What? No. It says stuff like that. Alright, we'll see you later, dude. Thanks for watching, stop by. Hey, thanks for that follow. Who said that? That's a hard name to pronounce. Expert Knight. Thanks again, dude. Blood Brew, thanks again. God, all these follows. Where you guys coming from? Where is this all coming from? What the heck? Seriously, thank you to everyone who followed. You guys just keep coming. I can't even read all the names anymore. But you know what I'm saying? Thanks to you that just followed.
It's real because, you know, Empyrean is what we're
Really?
calling Code
Not kidding.
Railjack. It's basically taking the Space Ninja part of
Yeah,
the
I know.
sending it back up
I
to
kind of
space,
ignore people who say stuff like that. I understand, it's fine. I can barely read the chat anymore. You guys are coming in like crazy. I'm not kidding. Thanks again for that follow. Whoever sent that, you guys are coming in so fast. Seriously, thanks. Where are you guys coming from, man? Holy cow. Huh. Thanks again. My God, the follow train. That's ridiculous. Dang, dude.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, and good luck with TanaCon on July 6th. Thank you.
All right,
Okay,
thanks.
now we've seen some amazing stuff today, but nothing quite so gloriously
Cheeseburgers.
strange as our next game.
Yeah, I like
Developed by
cheeseburgers.
Brooklyn-based
They're
studio
nice.
Feral Cat Den.
I can't even watch this anymore. You guys are so... Yeah, thanks, really.
Bang. Yeah, it's
Guys just keep talking to me a lot here. Well, I'm so focused on chat. I almost lost focus on this. Even though I'm still seeing what's going on here, I just can't respond to this. But of course, I'm talking to you guys, but really, thank you. Yes, I do play games. I played so many, there's just so many I want to get to, but I feel like I can never get, or never find the time to get to. Like, I have a YouTube channel, I've been editing, uploading videos of games I try and check out and make videos over stuff. That stuff I enjoy. I just enjoy doing stuff with gaming, so I have a YouTube channel over it. Yeah. Seriously, thanks again. I've played Fortnite before. Hot dogs are great. Yes. Boku7200, thanks for the follow. Here comes another one, yep. Huh. Yeah, I know. Favorite game to play? Hard to answer that question. Genesis, this game here. This is black and white. What in the world? That looked unusual. You seen this? Thank you for that follow again. Who did that? Stoner Fly, is that it? Intro, thanks again for that follow. Everyone who followed, thank you. Thank you. You guys are just coming by so fast I can't even say thanks to everyone by name, but you still know that I'm saying thank you to
It's called El Hijo, where you play
I know,
as
30
a 6-year-old
people.
trying to escape a monastery and find your mother using toys and tricks.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Let's take a look
I don't know,
at
how
this
much fun is
gorgeous
that?
spaghetti western-inspired project from Studio Handy Games.
Well, thanks again though. That's just, man, a lot of people in here. Like, where you guys come from? So many people. Dang. I was like, whose stream are you guys coming from? Man, this is nuts. I'm not kidding. I've never had this many people before. But thanks again to everybody who did that. I know. So I kind of just ignore people who say things like that. I don't even know. There's nothing I can there's nothing I can say in response to that. Therefore, I just don't even bother. Really. There's nothing there's nothing I need to say. I just kind of just, like, whatever. Yeah. I guess so. What is this? It's all good though. Really, I'm surprised that y'all are here. I'm like, never had this many people before. I am not kidding. Again, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for all the follows that you guys did. This is just, like, I'd say this is the first time I've ever had this happen because I have never had that many people. Thanks again. Really, thank you. I can't even respond to names anymore. You guys just come by so fast. Man, seriously. My gosh, thank you, Wild Spy. Thank you, Silver Dice.
El Hijo, once again, is the title of the
Man,
trailer
seriously.
we just saw. For our final guest tonight, please join me
Alright,
in welcoming
thanks.
from Larian Studios CEO
Seriously,
Sven
dude.
Vink,
I almost can't read the chat anymore, but thank you.
the creative director of Dungeons and Dragons,
Ah,
Mike Merles, to
this
talk
thing
about
is called Treacher
Baldur's
Cullen
Gate
Syndrome.
3.
That's what I was born with. It's a rare, very rare. This is just so overwhelming. I'm not even kidding. No, it's cool. Yeah, very overwhelming. Like, I've never had this many people before, but thank you a lot, really. My gosh. You're fine. Thanks again. Roadblock Savage. I can't dance anymore or whatever. To all the follows. I'm not used to that many. Yeah. I'm not used to this many follows. My gosh. Seriously, thanks again. You know who you are. You followed. Thank you. I don't know, can I watch this anymore? It's funny. I'm still seeing it, I'm just focused on you guys now in the chat. Genesis game? I don't know, probably the Sonic the Hedgehog series. I guess, that's why I played mostly on Sega Genesis. Because it's Sega. It's Sega, you know? If you mean like Genesis, like Sega Genesis, yeah. I can't even not, you guys are going by so fast. Sorry if I don't read your response. Yeah, thanks a lot. My gosh.
Incredibly exciting. And for us, it really
Way too much people, unbelievable. Thanks again to everybody who's doing this. Alright, thanks.
Well, we're only talking about what's in the trailer right now. Obviously,
Jeez.
You start outside the city, actually. There's
Who
going to
sent
be
that?
players. They're very nasty.
Lord Jits.
You are seeing in the trailer.
Jitsta, I hope I said that right. Thank you. You guys are not going to stop. Oh, you just sent it. My god. Where are you guys coming from? What is this?
I'm curious about some of the gameplay.
You guys are coming in so fast, I can't even read the names anymore.
Dragons, tons of broadcasts.
Thanks a lot, really.
I mean, how do you translate some of the insane things that players want to do?
Yeah, I can't come up with anything to say anymore, really. Thank you.
So we started with the player handbook, which is basically the basic.
Is that it?
Which player
Man, that was crazy. Thank you to everyone who did that. Dude, come on. Thanks. Okay. Rock nothing. Thanks for that follow. Yep.
If you play tabletop, you have a game
I was
master.
like, where do people come from? Did Dev Gamer send you guys? What the heck?
Exactly, that's it.
Because I know Dev Gamer hosted me. He must have sent you guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, can you give an example
Really,
of like
thanks.
a crazy moment that a player might do that
Wow.
you could actually play
That's a lot of people. I've never had that many people follow before. Thank you. Really.
And
I don't know what else to say other than what I'm saying right now. That's literally the pots on top of my head.
It's just an example. It's fine.
That
We're just
night
talking.
turned into a
these are
squid.
things that we have to put systems into the
What?
game.
Night turned into a
which
squid.
are not necessarily going to be described inside of the book.
Oh, you're talking about what happened on
In
stream?
terms of your role, speaking to Larry,
Skyrim. What's the best RPG of the last 10 years? Skyrim, Witcher 3, Pillars of Eternity. Seems like a lot of people say Skyrim here in this.
We think of Dungeons and Dragons, the universe of D&D.
Looks like Skyrim. I know, I get it. All the hype everyone was getting with Skyrim. That got a lot of attention, more than all these other games. Oh no, it says Witcher 3 now. Witcher 3. Do I play Fortnite? Sometimes. Well, if I played Fortnite, I usually played Save the World. I don't play Battle Royale that much, but I have played it. Because I'm playing so many other games, I guess I can't seem to find time to play that when I'm playing so many different games with my YouTube channel and such. But I play it from time to time, like say around the seasonal events like Christmas or Halloween, things like that. That's what my YouTube channel is about, seasonal events. That's my favorite game. I don't know if you asked me that earlier or not, but I find that question really hard to answer. I'm not kidding. That's a hard question for me to answer what my favorite game is. Really hard. Hey, thank you, really. Thanks for the appreciation. Man. On PC or Xbox? I actually have both. I have a computer and an Xbox. I love the crossplay idea that Microsoft does, so I can play the same game. I can play it on my computer, or I can choose to play on the Xbox. So if I can't get on the Xbox, I'll just play on the computer. Or if I can't get, I'll just play on either platform. I kind of have both actually. Yeah, I like cross-platforming. It's easy to play wherever. And I'm playing wherever I want to. That's the nice thing about it. Oh, I live in America, Texas. That's where I'm from. Yeah.
When it's ready. So,
yeah.
This is the game that we want to play, so we want to make sure it's really good.
I'm lost for words right now, dang. Really,
well,
thanks.
I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time, and I think I speak for a lot of people here when I say
I'm doing alright, pretty good actually. Just
it's going to be fantastic.
That's hard to put in words to summarize, to be honest, but I'm doing alright. I'm just hanging in there, trying to do what I can,
Why are they leaving?
to
Well,
get somewhere.
It's because the
Yeah.
PC gaming show has officially concluded. Let's
That's
bring
it.
up on the stage
That's
the
over.
fantastic Frankie Ward.
No, I
Come here,
still saw
Frankie.
everything. You guys distract me in that
Thank
chat.
you so much, Sean.
But really, thank
This
you.
audience has been absolutely fantastic today.
The real from Canada now.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much for coming out to the 5th annual PC
All
Gaming
right, I
Show.
know. I will, of course.
We want to give an enormous
Really,
thanks to all
thanks
of you who
everybody who
tuned
did
in
that.
live. We want to, of course,
Where
thank
at?
all of you
I
who
still saw
personally showed up this morning. And
I
of
could
course, the
barely
sponsors
focus
who
on what
helped
was
make this
going on
possible.
here. You guys
Epic
just
Game
came
Store,
in like
iWin,
crazy.
Frontier, Funcom,
Got-
Paradox,
Yep,
Interactive,
keep going,
Hovercast,
but
Perfect World,
nothing
Rebellion,
more.
Tripwire, and
Where
Samsung.
at?
As
I
you know,
live in
PC Gaming
Humboldt,
is a platform.
Texas.
It's not a
Humboldt,
publisher or
Texas.
developer, so
Was that a
these sponsors
joke?
are essential to letting us put on
Dallas,
this show every
Dallas
year. Thank you
County?
so
I
much.
guess that's one way
And
of
I gotta
putting it.
ask Frank, any titles you're
That's
excited
funny.
about?
Well,
You know
I do
what?
love a baby
Yep.
elephant, so
You'll get there.
definitely for my list
Yep.
here, and slightly more awkwardly, then I also
You just keep
want to eat
going to
things
get somewhere
baby
in
elephants
life.
included, so man-eater, of course.
I'm personally looking forward to Songs of
This was a
Conquest. And as
pretty
you heard,
interesting
there's games
press
coming out
conference
all
or
across
stream, for
2019
that
and
matter,
into
since the
2020.
chat took
We hope
most
you
of
all
my
have a
attention.
fantastic E3. It officially begins tomorrow.
Not saying I
Big shout out
didn't
to all your
notice
press
or
conferences. Hello
see
again, Drop
anything
Frames.
here.
Good to see you 2
but
years in a row.
I guess
We
I
hope you all have a
reacted more to the
fantastic time
chat
at
than
E3.
the
Go play some
stream
games
here.
and make some friends.
Either
See
way,
you next year.
still a
Bye-bye.
reaction stream. Funny. Bye-bye. Goodness. On the press conference. I still saw everything. Good. It's all good. Thanks a lot, really. Yeah, finally on Mixer. I actually stream on... I actually like to multi-stream. I stream on... Hey there. Snoke. Doing good. I was just watching the PC Gamer show. But I was so distracted by you guys in the chat with all these follows. Much appreciated, really. Like I still saw this. I could just barely see this while you guys are in the chat. Not bothered with it or anything, but man, that's insane. Never had that much of a follow train before. I stream on multiple platforms. I stream on Twitch or Mixer. I just like to stream on multiple platforms. You just started Fallout 76. I have yet to play the game. Part of me wants to get around to that, and I know sometime I'll get to it eventually. I'm surprised they didn't show anything about Killing Floor 2 in this. I thought they were going to show something about Killing Floor 2 in this PC Gaming show. Huh. They didn't show anything about Killing Floor 2. Surprised about that. But oh well, that's alright. I have no idea how I got here. Really? I don't know how you got here either. That's like, where did all you guys come from? You guys must have came here from Dev Gamer. He's the one who hosted, I'm sure of it. Yeah, he did host me earlier. My gosh. Crazy. Yep, boom, here you're here. Dev Gamer hosted me. Seriously, thanks a lot, Dev. Thank you, Little Corbin. That's the end of the PC Gaming show. Yep, so thanks for watching. Thank you for showing PC Gaming show. I still saw it. Even though I wasn't focusing reacting to it, you guys in the chat had most of my attention. That's alright. Still saw it. Even though I can't begin to say what was going on because it's already over, but yeah. It's nice. Well, I still saw most of this earlier, basically. That's okay to ask that kind of question. I'm sure a lot of people would be wondering that kind of question. It's basically a genetic disorder. It's a mutation. You know, I was born with something called Treacher-Collins syndrome. That's what it is. It's a rare genetic disorder. It's very uncommon, very rare. You could look it up if you want. I happen to. Yeah, that's what it is. Nothing, I was just born this way. Yeah. Hopefully what I said was enough to explain it, because yeah, man, I don't even know where to... Like, I almost feel like I'm having a hard time finding... feel like I'm lost for words right now, after all this following. Alright. Yeah. Thank you then. That's for... Yeah. I don't know, I guess that's it for this. Yeah, this was actually the last, thing I was gonna watch for this stream. Until you guys came in. I could try and talk to you guys for a bit, since there's nothing else for me to really do in this stream. Because this was really the last thing I was going to watch, the PC Gaming show. Then you all came in. I could probably talk to you guys for a bit, actually, about that. Because I'm already done with the PC Gaming show. I'll just go straight to my facing now. Hold on. There we go. That way I'll just focus on you guys.